is Jade Bolton, and I'm here with my children. Tomorrow is the first day of their new school year, and I want to continue to teach them how to do energy healing because I feel like it's an important skill to have, and it's going to be a great skill for them to be successful this school year. So this is...
I'm Michaela.
Michaela.
I'm Madison.
Michaela is 16 and Madison is 11. And this is?
Genevieve.
And Genevieve is 11 too.
Emily. I'm Emily.
Okay, so this is Emily, and Emily is 13. Alrighty. So the objective of today is fourfold. The first one is to help teach you guys how to resolve your false beliefs. Okay? And then the second is to help strengthen you and help you feel protected from negative influences. And the third is to help you find happiness, love, and empathy for yourself and others. And then the fourth is to be a light and a good influence to the world, to at least your circle of influence, okay? So, you guys, everybody has times when they feel hurt, okay? So there's a saying called truth hurts, right? And you know, we can say, oh, they've been mean, they were rude, and blame it on them. Or we can take that responsibility and say, hey, there's a clue, this is a feedback of a false belief that I have. Okay, so we have feelings, which is that hurt feeling, right? And underneath that that feeling, negative feeling, is a thought, right? A thought of some sort. And then underneath the thought is belief. Okay, so we have to identify what that belief is, and then we resolve it so that we have a more positive belief. Okay, so have you had experiences where something is hurt and then you feel like, they were mean, right? Okay, so before we go anywhere, when we point fingers and we blame, what is that saying? What is it doing?
You're giving away your power.
You're giving away your power. Say it again loudly.
Giving away your power.
Yep, when you blame, you give away your power. And we have the power to choose, right? So we actually chose that response, okay? I chose that response of letting go of our energy. Okay, so take a moment to think about some of the pain spots, something that hurts when people say it to you, or situations that kind of hurt. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Yep.
I'm overly critical of myself.
Overly critical of herself. Okay, so that's painful. So when people point out something that's not perfect about you, you think, that's painful because you've been criticizing yourself, and now somebody else is criticizing you, and it hurts more when it comes from other people too. Fantastic. But that is a truth, right? A subconscious truth, which is a bad truth, right? But it's something we need to resolve. Okay, Maddie.
Mine is fearing of being left out.
Yeah, because Maddie is the youngest by 6 minutes, and she doesn't like to be left out. So she wants to be in first and get the most out of everything, right? Because she might miss out. People might take it all, right? Okay, so I'm glad you identified that. All right, so but you've got this perspective now. Oh, looking for the evidence of left out, right? And we need to resolve that. Genevieve.
I have to work on self-love and self-confidence.
And self-confidence, self-love and self-confidence, okay. So that you know what that is. The pain is that you're not confident, right? And the pain is you don't love yourself. And so when anybody says anything that is an evidence of not loving you, you think, boo, I feel sad. Yeah, how does it feel inside?
Horrible.
Horrible, yeah. Okay, Ems.
I don't like it when other people are in control. I have to be in control.
You don't like it when other people are in control, right? You want to be the one that's in control. So what's the negative about that? You're not happy unless things go the way you are, the way you want, right? There's just a certain way that people need to do it, and if they not do it right, it frustrates you. Yeah, you see red, right? Okay, so ladies, whenever you have anything that kind of painful, irritating, and just annoying, that negative energy is inside, we can release that when we're self-aware, Okay, that's the idea of what we're trying to do here, being self-aware. So you are going to say a release, okay? So I release the need to
Be overly critical of myself.
be overly critical of myself. You know, you can self-correct, that's a positive thing, but critical is a negative thing, right? So I release the need of being overly critical of self. Okay, and Maddie.
I am included.
Okay, so I release the need
I release the need of being included.
of being. You're hilarious. I release the need to.
Pointing out that I'm not included.
Yes, and be left out, okay? I release the fear of being left out. How about that? That makes more sense. Yeah. I release the fear of being left out. And you were going ahead of yourself. Okay, Genevieve, I release
I release the self-hate.
yeah, okay.
I love myself.
Okay, you already said the positive already. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll get there soon. Emily,
I release
release the need.
the need for things to be a certain way.
Okay, at least. How about control? I release the need to be in control.
Okay.
Say that.
I release the need to be in control.
Everybody deep breath in and release that. Okay, so now what we do, the next step is to say the equal and opposite positive affirmation or new belief. So we remove that negative false belief and then we're going to give it a new life, okay, a new thought, new belief so that you can adopt it, and then everything else happens after that. You have good thoughts, good emotions, and then the results of your life will be different. Okay, want to go first?
Criticism comes from pride, and I need to be humble.
Right?
So I guess I have to accept that I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm still human. So having mistakes and stuff is still right.
So it's okay to be human.
And I can't change overnight.
Yeah, it's okay to be human because it's a journey. So you're like, okay, it's okay to be human. Can you say that?
It's okay to be human.
How does it feel?
Like a weight lift.
Yeah, a weight left. Good. It's okay to be human. Maddie?
I'm included.
I'm included. Okay, fantastic. Genevieve?
Well, I love myself.
I love myself. Good. Emily?
Things will be okay without me.
Okay, we can do that. Or we can say,
Go with the flow.
I go with the flow. That's another one. Good. Fantastic. All right, I like that. Go with the flow. All right, so one way to help solidify the new belief is to use essential oils. Okay, so we can find an essential oils to help us fire the electrical pulses at the same time and then wire it together, rewire it so that it has that association and makes it true for us, and we can change much faster. All right, you guys, what oils pop into your mind? My children are very familiar with essential oils, so you can grab an oil that you feel like is the one that you need, okay, and then feel that, okay, and then we can do a reconditioning. Alrighty, so we have this book here, and it's called Emotions and Essential Oils, and I use this a lot for my energy healing sessions. Okay, and it helps me know the positive emotion and the negative emotions of each of the oils, because the oils have energy, okay, and emotions are just energy, okay, and if you have an emotion attached to a thought, a belief, it solidifies it in you, okay, and then that's how we change and be better. All right, Miss Michaela, which oils?
Douglas fir.
Douglas fir. So let's look up Douglas fir. So Douglas fir is a yummy one. D.
Yeah.
This one's
Okay, it's called the oil of generational wisdom. Okay, so it's about learning from the past, wisdom. Okay, so in your situation, Michaela, if you have self-criticism, it's
I criticize myself a lot about not changing.
Yeah, it's a form of self-abuse, right? It's a punishment for, and when we punish ourselves, what do? Why do we do that?
Because we feel like if we don't, then we won't change.
Yes, you won't learn, you won't change. Okay, so can we say, So this here says learning from the past. So you can say, I learned from the past and I change quickly.
I learned from the past and I can change quickly.
Yeah. So, and you're human. So you can say your affirmation.
I am human and that's okay. And I can learn from the past and change quickly.
Yep. And what are you going to do with the oil?
I put it on my wrists.
Yep. She's going to put it on her wrist. Wherever you feel like intuitively that you need the oils, you can use it for that. Fantastic. So use it for how long? What do you think?
3 weeks.
Maybe 3 weeks, okay? Yep, intuitively you feel like, maybe 3 weeks. So you do it morning and night, say what you need to say, right? And use the oils, all right? Madison?
I have cedar wood.
Cedar wood, like cedar wood. Cedar wood is the oil of community. I literally memorize this book because I use it so often. Okay, so it's be supported, belonging. So that's the thing for you, right? Belonging. So what are you going to do with it?
Put on the neck.
Okay, the neck, the back of the neck. Yep. Because normally when we put oils on the back of our neck, it's close to our brain and it helps rewire that brain. And Madison has a little bit of anxiety too. Okay, so this will help with that. Okay, fantastic. And what's your affirmation?
I belong here.
I belong here. Yep, I'm included.
I'm included.
Yeah, fantastic. And how long do you think you need it for?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, fantastic. So let's do that. Miss Genevieve, what about you? What oils do you have?
I got motivate.
Motivate is the oil of encouragement. Okay, so this is a good one. So Miss Energy, motivate, encourage, hopeful, energized, and confident. Okay, so what did you say earlier? I love myself and I'm confident. So what do we do with this oil?
I smell it.
Do you smell it? Fantastic. Yep, it has melissa, it has peppermint, and some citrus oils and basil. Okay, fantastic. Do you need to rub it on anywhere?
My head.
Probably good if you do it at home, like on the third eye, right? But if it's in the morning, because it's got citrus oils, I wouldn't put it on your skin.
Don't worry,
where is it? Okay, right there. Yeah, she's our clown. Or you can put it on your chest, okay? For the self-love. Right? Yeah, your heart. Yeah, is that good? How long are you going to do it for?
Like a week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or 2.
Yeah, because I think you don't have a major problem there. Yeah, but this here, it does other things. It energizes you, which I think is, your concern right now.
Energize me.
Yeah. Yeah, huh? Yeah, because you love sleeping and you hate waking. Okay. Yeah, and then you hate falling asleep, so that's kind of funny. All right, Miss Emily, the oil you picked is cilantro. Okay, so cilantro is the oil of releasing control, which is perfect for Miss Emily because we are trying to release control. So here we are. I'm untroubled. I'm untroubled. So it's untroubled, and detached, liberated, and cleansed.
I'm cleansed.
Okay, good. So, Miss Emily, your affirmation is I release the need for control, right? I go with the flow. Is that what we had earlier? And then I'm unattached and detached from people's choices. Right. Goodbye. All right. So let's review. You identified a pain spot. You release the negative emotions and the false beliefs, and then you adopted a new, equal, and opposite positive affirmation or belief, right? And then you picked an oil just to help you adopt it. Okay, fantastic. Now, let me make sure I got everything. Alrighty, so we, when we change like that, we will feel strengthened, right? And protected. And then you will develop more happiness and peace. So I just want to ask you one more thing, one about self-love, okay? So what is self-love?
Self-love is loving yourself regardless of what you've achieved or how better you are or what you've done.
Yeah, so not measuring how you look. Yeah.
Not measuring unconditionally.
So Maddie has a big word.
Unconditionally.
Unconditionally, loving self unconditionally.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Jenna?
I'm thinking of the song Unconditionally.
What's the song? No, I don't know that.
Okay, we have to show you that.
Okay, we'll talk about that later after you can pull it up. So I want you to know that just like, if you look at yourself from God's view, you're just his child. You're not just, you are his child, and that's enough. And that's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be like, I need to be tall and I need to have beautiful long hair and I need to be like the other kids in school. None of that. That doesn't matter, right? It doesn't have to be any sort of measurement. Because I've noticed even some adults, when we measure and we compare, right? And comparison, what do I say all the time? Comparison kills joy, right? Comparison kills joy. Say it again.
Comparison kills joy.
Okay, comparison kills joy. Because you're comparing against something that's not solid, that's not a good foundation, and things change all the time. What's beauty? That's just very subjective. Or what's good? Well, that's subjective too. But if you just I love myself because I'm God's. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so if you have your cup full, then you can love and share that light with everyone else, right? Yeah. Because I've helped people with energy healing, and like for example, a mom said to me, Jade, I'm not having a good relationship with my daughter right now. She's just draining on me, and then we worked on her. But I said, look, do you love yourself? If you don't love yourself, you have nothing to give her, and she doesn't know how to love herself because you haven't created an example for her to love. So both of you have no self-love, and now both of you want each other to fill in your own cup. So I said, okay, let's just stop. It's not that complicated. Accept that love from God. You love yourself just because. Just because you exist, you're alive, you're his. That's it. Okay, and I think really good example, guys, is a baby. If I've got a baby right now, presented to you, it's very easy and natural to love a baby, but he didn't earn it. He didn't need to. He didn't prove himself. He doesn't have to speak languages. He doesn't have to make so much money or whatever it is. Okay, or have all the grades, right? Or have all the friends or the popularity or be the best of the best of the best of whatever, right? He just is, right? So what is self-love again?
Loving yourself unconditionally.
Loving yourself unconditionally. Fantastic. And the other thing too is choice. You have the power to choose. Okay? So you own your own power. Okay? So we never try to blame, because blaming gives away
your power.
Okay? And part of that is being responsible for your own happiness. Who is responsible for your happiness?
Me.
Yourself. That's right. So are you responsible for other people's happiness?
No.
When somebody else tries to put that responsibility on you,
Push it away.
Push it away, because he's like, no.
You teach them.
You can still choose. You can still choose. But they happen to be choosing not happy, right? So we're not going to feel guilty if you have friends that manipulate you and say, hey, I want you to do this, I want to do that. If you do that, I will be happy.
I will be happy if you give me chocolate.
Yeah, I'll be happy if you give me chocolate. What's your response?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but they can choose to be happy whether you take the chocolate or not, right? And it could be something else bad too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are you responsible for other people's happiness?
No.
So if they try to manipulate you and say, oh, I want this, I'll be happy when you give me this or do this for me.
I don't care about your happiness.
What if they're friends? What if they're your friends?
Oh,
Tell your friends it's okay. I'll
love them for who they are.
Yep. Some things you can say, okay, yeah, I accept that, but you are not responsible for their happiness. You got that?
You don't have to go out of your way and make yourself sad just so they can be happy.
Yeah. So we're all equal. All right, fantastic. All right, so that's a lot of information right now. I hope that you got something out of that. It's a great skill, guys. It's such a great skill to teach your children. And I think one of the best things that I can leave my children, even if I'm never, if I'm hit by a bus and I'm not here, I want my children to have a skill of connecting back to God and really owning their power, right, and making good choices, because they are responsible for their own happiness, and we can guide and lead, but in the end they have the power to choose. Alrighty, so that's all from us. So we say goodbye.
Bye.
And see you guys next time.